Hello everybody, Ark over here, getting back some more Let's Play Trails in the Sky. When last we left off, we did some investigating into the incident and we met with Colonel Richard. And we found out about some incidents not happening on this lakeshore. And you'll notice my stats are a bit different, mainly the EP. I went through and I grinded some Shining Palms, which are right outside the entrance to the Crone Trail on West Bowes. And how I did that was initially I grinded everybody's CP to about 100 or 200 depending on what level, and used beast stakes in order to get the remainder to pass 100, and just spammed S breaks and S crafts on one of them with all four characters just to knock one down. And that gave me 30 CPITH of each type. And I did that until I unlocked a couple more slots, mainly one for Joshua, and then I got the Shadow Spear spell. And this has a 20% chance to instantly kill them. So what I was doing is I was saving before encountering them, getting a preemptive attack, making sure to use Shadow Spear, and if it kills it, cool. I don't care if the other two run away, and if it doesn't kill it, and they all run away, I just reload the save until it happens. And to make it go faster, I made sure to give everybody Shadow Spear. And in doing that, we also got our first AoE spell in Hellgate. And man, is it powerful. But now we are going to continue on and try and find the old man's fishing friend here. Somewhere. That I couldn't find before. So let's keep looking for him and keep investigating this inn. So there's none of these people in here. He's not in here, which I initially thought. Is he over here? No. Is he in this room? No. If he's as big a fishing fanatic as Kuwano said he was, then odds are I think he'd be out fishing. Probably. I don't know if he'd be along that long dock. Maybe, but I thought the other dude was over there. Can I ask you something? Wow, he's not responding at all. He must be really into his fishing. So this is what a fishing maniac looks like, huh? They seem like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure. The man seems to be concentrating on his fishing. Okay, so that's not the dude I'm trying to talk to. So nobody down here. There's nobody over here. There doesn't seem to be anybody on the outside of the inn. Alright. I don't know where that guy would be. I'm here to investigate the incident a little more, but I can't seem to find him. My mother came here, blah blah blah. We already read that dialogue. Father gets left behind, yada yada. Is it you? No, it's not you. But I didn't actually talk to you. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay? Let's see. Yes and no. How should I put it? We're here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everybody who stays here loves to fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have any clue who that might be? Oh, are you talking about the old man Kuwano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think you must mean Lloyd. Lloyd? I've heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from Royal City. It seems as though he's a member of the Fishermen's Guild there. He sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So you're saying he's that old man? So you're saying he's that old man fishing out back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name out really loud. And so, really loud and obnoxious we shall. Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City? Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing. It looks like this is where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Olivier leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? And where did you come from? That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivier. Yeah, that was pretty low. Huh. How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name? We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? I see, so you heard from Mr. Kuano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago. I knew it! Can we get you to fill us in a little more on the details? Before that, are you all braces or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling out with this lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone in the inn was asleep in their beds. Now, hold on a minute. What do you mean by this lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. The guardian is a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. Looks like you've thrown a log into the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish like you say? You bet your last mirror it is. And I've been chasing that darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it had appeared in these parts, so I came a-running from the Royal City. Ha! Now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such, like this black-haired, amber-eyed beauty, Joshua. In your case, steal it is more accurate. How about we get back to your story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night? Oh, right. I'd returned the boat and was on my way into the inn, when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road? In the middle of the night? Yep, no doubt about it, they headed out on the new Ansel path. At first I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something then. Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here? Just so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. They might have been two lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them. What? Why you gotta say stuff like that, man? Don't tell me anymore. Oh, brother, a bracelet's afraid of ghosts. The guild is doomed. Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold. You'd better watch out because this little kitten bites. Ooh. Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. But it looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform. A school uniform? It couldn't be. It wasn't one from the It wasn't one from the Genis Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly like the same one she wears. I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally onto her trail. What, so she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming out again tonight. Is that true? Yup. We'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it. Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get into any more trouble than they already are. Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that is off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you youngins to your work. Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut. He mentioned something about a fisherman's guild too. I wonder what kind of group that is. So how about the So how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Shara explained that they encountered Josette and Roland. I see. That seems to be the person in question, all right. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yeah. It looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. All right, let's go ask a receptionist about a room. Okay. So the young man she was probably speaking with was likely Kyle, her brother. All right, so now we actually gotta talk. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything that we haven't taken care of, we'd better do it now. I don't want to head back to Bo's after we've gotten a room. I guess you're right. We're gonna save just in case. I'll reserve your room, so please come back after you finish with your other errands. All right, save it and let's go. Would you like to get a room here? Let's get that room. All right then. Please come with me. I'll show you to your room. This is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere you just don't find back in the city. Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? What a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job, too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters. Then how about it? Might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you gonna do, Joshua? Me? Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll sit in that chair and relax. How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh, well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. So I gotta go get fishing poles, though. It's wreck. Oh, I guess I gotta go back out. Somewhere around this pier. Ah, there we are. Yes, this looks good. Definitely the best spot. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. I wonder if somebody at the inn has a spare I can borrow. Gosh darn it, Estelle. I was just up there looking at the fishing poles. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. They're right over there, and they're free to use for anyone lodging here. Wow, really? Score! This is a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. Alright, then I'll put it to good use. Please enjoy yourself. So the fishing in cold steel was a good way to get various kinds of extra seapith. But on top of that, certain areas you could fish, you could actually get permanent stat increasing items. Now let's see about casting a few lines. Let's do that fishing. Let's see, from this pier, which would be the best place to drop a line? Hmm. Right around here looks nice. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishes. Now what should I do about bait? Let's just use a lure. Alright, let's sit back and relax and see what we come up with. Sweet, I got a bite. Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? Alright, let's see what we got. I caught a smelt. What a little fishy. Josh is going to make fun of me if he sees this. Should I just eat it now and hide the evidence? Let's see. What should I do now? Let's not change the fishing spot. Let's use a live bait this time. Liberal carp. This one was just my warm-up. Let's see. That's enough fishing. Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught. Huh? Joshua? What's this? The book 100 Days War seems to have been left on the table. Estelle picked it up. I wonder if Joshua just forgot this. For being so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. It's a good question, Estelle. Let's check our room. That's Sharon Olivier having a drink. So you can hold your liquor, can't you? I think I've changed my mind about you. Come on now, drink up. Hold on, Shara. Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves at this pace? It could interfere with tonight's... What are you whining about now? Come on and drink, you third-rate musician. Or are you saying you can't keep up with me? Yikes! Estelle, don't just sit there and watch. Do something. Sorry, bud. Once she gets started, there's no stopping her. But you don't have to worry. Sharon never gets plastered. Shouldn't you be worried about me? Nah. You got this. Which one was our room again? Neither of these. Where did he go? Probably out to look at the pier that Lloyd was fishing on. So let's go check that pier. Nope. Looking all pensive at the sunset. Hey there, laddie! What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing or are you heading back into battle? No, I've already had my fill. It sure has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. Estelle held out the book she found on the table. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, that? I actually finished reading it. My eyes are starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is The Whereabouts of Light good for you? Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. I feel like this is the game's true theme song. Even Lloyd likes it. Or is he not liking it because it's scaring away the fishies? Everybody likes it. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry. So you're still not going to ask? About my past, I mean. We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day, your father came home with this beat up kid. Some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that? Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you've also got a way of not letting others inside you by using politeness like a shield. Now, wait a minute. And you're caring. And lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like this ever since we first met, and you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add. Um, did I really do that? Yeah, injured at all? More than once. I'm sure it was just a bit of childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces? Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure, that's exactly what I intend to do. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now. Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill so we're ready for tonight. I'm curious to know about his past as well, but we got nothing. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua. Oh, right. Estelle handed out the book she found on the table. I'm actually done with it, and at this point, I just end up being bulk weight. I wonder what I should do with it. It looks a pretty difficult book, but do you think if I spent some time with it, I'd understand? I'm sure you'd be fine. There's already a lot of stuff you know there in there anyway. So do you want to take a stab at it, Estelle? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Aww. Help a fellow out, I'm begging you. I can't take another drink. Wow, I think I've just reconsidered my opinion of you, Olivier. It's pretty rare for someone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shara. Well, then the two of you come at a good time. How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right? We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no. Come on, you two. When I say let's drink, we drink. You're going to make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me. Oh, great. She's already reached stage 2. Rage mode. Don't worry, Shara. Olivier said he's good for another couple of rounds. How about having him keep you company? Damn, bro! What, you just throwing him under the bus? Under the sheriff? What? So you can still drink more, can you? Joshua, how could you just give me to her like that? I can't. I can't. Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy? I don't know. Should I? You're like a little demon and cute at the same time, too. At least the fish are polite. You're. I guess he'll be just fine. How about we sit at the counter? I'd hate to bother the two of them. Right, good idea. Oh, that's a lot of wine she drank. Please, Shara, I'm pleading with you. You and the fish. Don't pour me another glass. And she pours him another glass. Nice. Oh, he's totally plastered. It looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything couldn't stand up to a drunken like Shara. Oh wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while. And you're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you haven't had some special kind of training, Shara? It could have been all the bizarre liquors I drank while I was in the troop. You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them. I might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows? Somehow I don't think that's the case. By the way, what do you plan on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is. Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now, and we wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high possibility we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. Then why'd you make him drink himself to a death? And getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it all wouldn't be a good idea. Was that your secret plan? Don't tell me you got Olivier drunk so we wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you? Well, of course I did. And he'll thank me in the long run, too. After his raging hangover, anyway. And so that whole time, you were just toying with him, weren't you? Let's see. It's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn. Don't skirt around the issue, Shara. Quiet, you. For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier. Understood. Alright then, let's go. Oh. That's most unfortunate, but we're going to circle up to the far pier. Which is over here, right? I don't see anyone. I don't know what kind of business those siblings could have here, but do you think they'll really show up? There's no guarantee, of course, but if Lloyd's information has any truth to it, my best guess is that they'll be here. However, if we move around too much, there's a possibility we'll be seen and they'll take off. Since the Sky Bandits are supposed to come from the road, it might be a good idea to watch the area. Right, so where should we watch from? We need a place where we can see the road without being noticed ourselves. A place like that would be ideal. Hmm. So this is the road. We don't need to head to the road right now. We should be looking for a place where we can monitor it instead. Hey, what's that? Well, it looks like we're a little early, huh? Yeah, it seems that way. You know, if this were the middle of the day, we could have gotten ourselves a bite to eat on the way. Quit talking nonsense. We're outlaws, remember? Now let's hurry up and get moving. Ah, wait for me, Kyle. Josette and Kyle. What are they doing here? I should have known it'd be them. Looks like they're headed for the far pier. I wonder what they intend to do. Shall we take a look and find out? Let's try to get as close as we can without being noticed. Well, I thought something in that boat was moving there for a second. I should have figured they wouldn't be here yet. They always come exactly on time. I really hate those guys. They act like they're so superior, and to be honest, they're kind of scary. No doubt about that, they are quite the clandestine bunch. But there's not much we can do about it. This is an order from Don. This seems to be a good place. Yeah, we can hear every word they're saying, too. Hey, Kyle, don't you think Don's been acting a bit strange recently? It's just not like him, if you ask me. You know, the whole hijacking of airliners thing. Well, I admit it was lucrative now that we got the army clamping down on us. I admit it was lucrative. No, while I admit it was lucrative, now we've got the whole army clamping down on us full scale. Not to mention those annoying braces are now involved. And he's gone and taken hostages and demanded a ransom in return. No matter how I think about it, it seems like Don has gone way overboard this time. In the end, you'll always be just a girl. Deep down, you're just not cut out to run with the bad crowd. Excuse me? Okay, maybe not the best wording, but I meant it as a compliment. If things are getting too tough for you, you're always welcome to try salvaging a life back home. It shouldn't be too hard to get by as long as you don't set your sights too high. Although, admittedly, it is a bit colder than the Burl. Do you think you can just treat me like a kid and I'm not going to get angry? I'd like to see you get by without me. What with your crap cooking and all, not to mention the laundry. Do you really want to go back to burnt toast and turning your underwear inside out? Oh. Okay, okay. I see your point, and I really am sick of toast burnt or otherwise. But anyway, think about what I said before it gets too late to back out. Now, getting back to what you said earlier, I do have to agree that Don has been acting pretty weird. Does he expect us to just keep fishing for ransom? We should take what we can get. And I'd like to believe that Don is smart enough to see that. Do you think he started acting strange about the time that guy showed up? That's the only thing I can think of as to why he started acting like this. Yeah, he was the one who introduced us to those other guys, too. He might have even gotten Don to buy into his ideas. So Don's not running the show? Who is that guy and he? That's certainly a good question. Huh, what's that over there? What's what? Looks like whoever it was they were waiting for finally showed up. Looks like you made it. On time as usual, huh? You could have come a little early for a change, or even late. Definitely not my type, that's for sure. Say what you will, but we're trained to be punctual. Now, if that displeases you, then let me offer my sincerest apology. Relax, I was just being sarcastic. Now I know you guys are definitely not the type I want to be around. Enough already, we don't have time for that. Now, how about we get down to business? Have there been any other developments since last time? Yes. In fact, Her Majesty has finally made a move. She intends to contribute to the ransom from her own assets. Seriously? We're going to get paid out of the Queen's own pocket? I guess we're pretty close to getting the money then, right? How about the Royal Army? Is there any indication that they figured out where our hideout is? Not yet, but it's only a matter of time until they do. We've received reports that members of the Bracer Guild are on the move as well. At any rate, on the morning of the payoff, you'll need to leave your hideout behind. Yeah, no problem there. We just happened to run into the temporary shelter by chance. Don shouldn't have any regrets about it either. There are way too many suspicious types involved in this. What do you want to do, Sheriff? Should we just storm in, shoot them all, let ADO sort them out? I've got a much better idea. A better idea? These two siblings appear here. These two siblings appearing here means that the Sky Bandits airship is parked somewhere nearby. There's not much we can do if they got away again, so how about we try taking that out first? I see, take away their means of escape, right? I'm down for that. How about you, Joshua? Joshua? Oh, right. Take out the airship first, right? Yeah, I think that's a good idea, too. What's wrong? Your face looks really tense all of a sudden. It's nothing. Yeah, I'm sure it's just my mind playing tricks on me. We don't have much time. We've got to get out onto the road and start looking for that airship before they finish their meeting. So, let's go look for some airships. The party took to the road in search of the location of the airship. And it looks like Amberl Tower. So they're parked in front of the Amberl Tower, huh? This is definitely the perfect place to land since it's off the main road. Isn't the Amberl Tower supposed to be just like the Esmelis Tower? Yes, it's one of the ancient ruins referred to as the referred to as a tetracyclic tower. So what do you want to do, Shara? Should we subdue them? That's one way to go about things. But there's more than double their numbers since last time we encountered them. Don't worry, even with twice as many guys, they're no match for us. So how about we take them all on at once? I don't know if that's the best way to go about things. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Oh, Ollie! Keep it down or they're going to hear you. Well, is this a surprise? I can't believe you're standing here after the state you were in before. Your tolerance is impressive. Who do you think you're talking to? Rather than miss a minute of your fair company, I dutifully puked my guts up and dumped a bucket of cold water over my head. Voila! I was good to go. I don't know about that. I think I hear your liver screaming somewhere in there. That's some serious tenacity. Come on, I couldn't let you all enjoy the fun yourselves, right? I had just come out of the inn when I saw you guys hit the road, so I came running from behind to catch up with you. I guess I went a little too easy on you. Maybe I should have had you down all that brandy at once. You'd have put me to sleep for good if you'd done that, Shara. But anyway, fighting the sky bandits here would lack finesse, don't you think? I don't think that's the issue here. No, I'm serious. Even if you subdue them all and manage to arrest the two siblings, there's still a chance they won't tell you where their hideout is. And they might even use the hostages as leverage to demand their release. Well, there's a risk involved with whatever course of action we take. Or do you have a plan on how we can avoid taking such a risk? Ha! Boy, do I ever. Listen up, everyone. Okay. But if you blow in my ear, I'm seriously going to punch your lights out. Kyle, Josette. So instead of subduing them and arresting the two siblings, are we stowing away in the airship? It's good to see you made it back. I didn't think you'd be gone so long. So talks took longer than expected, huh? Yeah, but we're nearing at an end with our negotiations. We also managed to get a great deal of information about what's going on with the Royal Army. So what you're saying is, yep, we'll be getting the ransom money within a few days. We'll finally be one step closer to making our dream a reality. We did it! Sweet! Cool it down, guys. It's a little too early to be getting excited yet. For the moment, we need to get back to the hideout and report to Don. Alright, everyone, pack up and let's get out of here. Roger that 6 times. The temperature outside is 69.8 degrees with 15% humidity. There is a south-southwest wind blowing at a speed of 12 arg. There are no orbital reactions in their surrounding area. Looks like the Army isn't patrolling here. Activate the orbital engine and begin transmitting orbital energy to each section of the airship. Aye, sir. Orbital engine activated. Transmission of orbital energy to all sections underway. Orbital floater started. Orbital driver started. Stabilizers all green. All right. Lift off. Aye, aye, sir. Set the drive rate to 40% and maintain cruising speed. However, make sure that we can switch to battle speed at any time. Aye, sir. Looks like we'll make it back before morning. Yeah. I'm ready for some serious shut-eye myself, but I've got to report to Don first. Huh? Did you just hear something? No, I didn't hear anything. That's odd. I could have sworn it came from below deck. Maybe it's just a mouse or something. I'd have to clean up the place when I can find some free time. Is there a hideout in the Nebel Valley? Yeah, it totally is. Oh, Kyle and Josette, you fools. Boy, am I tired. Ever since we came here, my night and day have been completely reversed. We've just got to tough things out a little longer, and then we can say goodbye to this horrible life. With Don as our leader, we can't go wrong. But don't you think Don's been acting a little strange lately? I mean, he's kind of scary to talk to these days. How about you knock that crap off? If Kyle or Josette heard you talking like that, they'd beat you upside the head. But it's just that I'm sure you're just tired from lack of sleep. Let's hurry and finish up here and get some rest. You're welcome to take a rest now if you'd like. Ah! You're those! You're too late. No, I don't actually want to use that. Just keep up the shadow spears. Good damage. Got him. Nice. Whew, looks like we were able to get here without any trouble. I'm amazed that this little plan actually worked. I guess we all have you to thank this time. But seriously, I was getting pretty nervous. I wasn't sure what we were going to do if we got caught stowing away. Well, even if we were discovered, we'd just have to take control of the airship, and we would have an advantage fighting those lot in tight quarters. Superior numbers mean nothing without space to maneuver in. Olivier, so you thought that far ahead, taking all these factors into account, huh? Not in a million years. Are you kidding? I simply thought it would be fun to infiltrate an enemy base. Uh-huh. I think we would have been better off if you said nothing at all. Give the poor guy a break. At least we were able to get in here without incident. Anyway, this looks like somewhere in the Nebel Valley. The Nebel Valley? Like the one on the border of Bose and Roland? Well, that explains why it's so misty outside. And this is definitely terrain covered with extreme differences in height, which prevent the landing of any large aircraft. Looks like your guess was right, Shara. Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to help us much getting in here. But anyhow, we don't have time to be hanging around here. We'll need to subdue the sky bandits and ensure the safety of the hostages being held captive. And of course your father, Cassius, too. Right. Understood. But we're actually going to call it here. Because this seems like a good place to do so. Until then, everybody, this has been Ark Nova playing Trails in the Sky. Have a good day.